You finally landed the interview for the job that's going to take your career to a whole new level. You've made it through the lobby, holding doors for people and smiling, and you even had some great small talk with the receptionist. You're meeting the hiring manager for the first time, and you give the perfect handshake and eye contact, and even that professional smile that says, "I'm not too eager, but I do connect well with people." As you wait for her to offer you a seat, you're realizing that you're not too nervous, and all that preparation is starting to pay off already. Then she asks you the one question you did not prepare for out loud. She asks, "Tell me about yourself." In most interviews, the hiring manager is likely to start off the interview by asking you to tell her about you. Technically, this should be pretty easy, right? I mean, who knows more about you than you? There is a catch, however. You see, the interviewer doesn't simply want to know about you, she wants to know how you are going to be an asset to the company. And as you're telling your story, she's looking to see if you're going to fill the missing void on her team. And she's going to make that decision in about 90 seconds. This 90-second story you're going to tell about yourself is sometimes referred to as your elevator pitch, meaning you've just stepped into an elevator with a prospect by chance and you have his attention for the 90 seconds or so it takes for him to get to his floor. The pressure is on. And while very few people actually ever give their elevator pitch on an elevator, the name does provide a good visual as to what you're trying to accomplish. So how do you give a good elevator pitch or an introduction story about yourself in a way that shows the interviewer that you are the right person for the team without actually saying those words? When it comes to crushing this interview question, there are a few key steps you'll want to practice ahead of time. Keep your story work-related. Keep it relevant to the role and the employer, and use the taga method. Let's dig in. First, make sure you keep your answer work-related. When you're asked this question, it's typically at the beginning of an interview, and it's not time to start moving towards the sidelines of your professional life just yet. You may get asked a question or two about hobbies or passions later in the interview. That's when it's more appropriate to share stories of selling chocolate bars to fundraise for your high school team. But even then, it's always smart to connect things back to work. Next, keep your answer relevant to the role for which you're interviewing and relevant to the needs of the employer based on what you know from your research. Now is not the time for you to vent about previous experiences that did not go your way. In fact, there's never actually a time for that in any interview. Instead, focus on how everything about you makes you an asset to them. Now, one of the most important ingredients to making your answer stand out above the other candidate's answer is to be genuine. Being genuine makes it easier for the interviewer to connect with you, and in most cases will allow her to drop her guard, making the interview more comfortable for both of you. And finally, a great starting point for your story is to follow the TAGM method. TAGM is an acronym that stands for talents, achievements, goals, and motivation. To best utilize this method, start with asking yourself these 4 questions. Question 1, regarding your talent. Professionally speaking, what do you do well? Are you a seasoned business development rep with a reputation for connecting to the C-suite? Or a recent college grad with an insatiable desire to utilize the strengths you've been building over the last few years? Question 2, regarding your achievements. What is your greatest achievement in this area, or a common compliment you receive about your skill? Question 3, regarding your goals. What would you like to do, and how does it relate to the needs of the team you're hoping to join? And question 4, regarding your motivation. What is your why? What makes you want to jump out of bed and get to the office early and stay late and prove your success? When you structure your story around these 4 questions, it really puts things in perspective as to why you can be an asset to the team. It really gets me pumped up just thinking about it. Now's a good time for you to pause the video and answer these questions for yourself before you see the next example. Once you've completed your first draft, go ahead and press play again and compare your answers to these examples. We'll start with an example of an entry-level candidate. I am an inspiring sales professional with a solid understanding of information technology. Many people that I've worked with that are not good with IT have said that the way I explained it to them helped them really understand technology better than they ever have before. When it comes to sales, my biggest strength has always been my ability to build relationships combined with my determination to hit goals. In fact, I was the top producer of my competitive internship at ABC Company. When I heard about this position and learned the company's vision, I knew it would be a perfect opportunity for me to use my skills and experiences to help make the team's vision a reality. And being part of a team where I can contribute and also learn and grow has always been important to me and is what makes me want to jump out of bed each day because I know I'm developing my career for the long run while also making an impact today. Now let's take a look at an example of an elevator pitch for a more seasoned candidate. I'm a field-tested business development rep with 3 years experience and a track record of consistently exceeding quota. In fact, I received the President's Award 2 quarters in a row last year at my current position. My company's leadership team commonly refers to me as the IT whisperer because I can help our clients understand the most complex technology and why they need it. When I learned this position was open at your company and I researched your vision, it seemed like a perfect storm of my experience and accomplishments mixed with your vision and needs for the position. Being part of a team where I can use my strengths to help achieve a common goal, while at the same time further my development of software as a service technology, is exactly what I've been working for in my career. It's clear to see that there's some science involved in helping the interviewer see why you're the perfect fit for the team. And when you combine that with your genuine self, it really helps your story resonate. Now that you've seen a couple of examples, go back to the draft you wrote earlier and continue journaling your answers to the tag 'em questions in bullet point format. That way key points will remain top of mind and you won't sound so scripted. As you get more comfortable with your practice in front of the mirror and on video, you'll be able to customize your story in a way that really appeals to the person you're speaking with. You know what to do next. Start journaling and practicing. And when you land that perfect job, you'll be writing your next chapter in your own amazing story. Now go get busy. I'll see you in the next session. Wait, what? No dramatic sound effects?